Hello, hello, hello. It's been a week since I last streamed. I've been delinquent on one stream and unable to stream the other one. Friday, I really just wasn't feeling it. And Monday, I had to go pick someone up from the airport about right in the middle of when I would have had to have been streaming. So that's why that didn't happen. This Friday, there is not going to be a stream again because I have to go on a road trip to attend a wedding. And then the week following, I am thinking about doing a stream every weekday because I'm on PTO and because I can. But that's a workshop thing. I'm not entirely sure whether or not I'm going to do that because it's five stream a week, something not I've done before, but maybe try because something new. Who knows? And maybe if I do that, then I can get through Othercide because I am having fun in this game, but there's so many other games to play and just not enough streaming days in a year. But if I recall correctly, this is a rehearsal is 5:30 on Friday. Bro, I am not making it across the state. I can't make it that far, dude. I am covering for someone who is on PTO already. Oh, good. You're memeing? That's good because if rehearsal was at 5:30 on Friday, I was going to be there at maybe 8. So that would have not gone well. Because I didn't see the text from the groom in question. That could have just been me not paying attention to the group chat because I was otherwise. Oh. Yeah, no, I'm just straight up not going to be there. I'll send a text after stream. I can't get there. There's no way I... Okay, there is a potential for me being able to get there. I'll have to maybe work late tomorrow. Is that the game playing that music? I don't think I've heard this song coming off the soundtrack. Is this the one song that's missing from the soundtrack? It might be. Oh, that's weird. Hold, please. Something screwed up with my sound pad. I think the song's doubled up somehow. There's 2 copies of every song. I think I'm missing some. This is not the time to be debugging whatever the hell is wrong with my stream setup. But no, there are only 14 tracks, and there's 28 on the sound pad. Effectively equivalent chance of everything playing, so that's fine. If I remember correctly, this was like the worst time to take a week-long break from Othercide because I think we were right up against a boss, and it was the first attempt at the 3rd boss. If I yeah, yep. I have made a mistake. Oh dear. Well, if I remember correctly, the plan was to confront the boss to get a feel for how it was going to play, and then die because I've not first tried a boss yet. Because quite honestly, the boss's behavior is sort of an unknown up until you fight them and then get their log entry, and only then can you effectively plan for it. I think my best option, if I'm actually genuinely trying to beat the boss, is to go to Shield Bearer, a Blade Master, and a Soul Slinger. but I only have one shield bearer because the last time that I played the mission that we took before the boss, one of my shield bearers died. I do remember that. Wait, why do I have 1, 2, 3? Why do I have 4 Blade Masters? What was past me thinking?
Remember their courage.
I'm struggling to do just that. Which shield bearers were good? Let's get a list of our shield bearers. Mercy's crap. Prudence is okay. True is the one that has minus 50% armor, right? Yes, so True is a non-starter. Prudence is okay. Shield bearer, that was a glass cannon. Yeah, that was True. True did a shit ton of damage, but could not take a hit for the life of her. Which means that Prudence... Oh, wait, I can't resurrect a daughter anyways, because there's no resurrection tokens. Never mind. I guess that means that our only recourse is to summon a fresh shield bearer.
Give life to our daughters.
Yep.
Please, guide her well.
2 shield bearers, we pick the better of the 2. And then we eat the other one.
Unleash her on any who stand in her way.
I may or may not sneeze during the course of the stream, and if I do that and I startle people, I am sorry. Just like that. Okay, Amy has more armor, less health. But if I sacrifice a shield bearer... Actually, that's honestly really bad armor. I almost want to... well, I mean, Amy has more armor than Grace, so we'll say that that's fine. Our mission start initiative is actually quite good for a shield bearer. Normally they're 50 plus. Alright. Congratulations, Amy. You get to be alive for all of one boss, and then probably dead. I'm sorry. But here, have some extra hit points. Now you can feel tankier.
I feel her light grows stronger.
Naturally, Blacksmith's Grace and Saving Grace. Let's think about any upgrades we can give to her. What is my purpose? To be Valiant Meat Shield. Correct. Father, what is my purpose? You get the shit beat out of you so that we maybe survive. Man, Butchery is a hell of an attack. Let's think about this. We want to maximize our chances of survival. Yes, our 2 shield bearers are fairly high health, with enough room to use Blacksmith's Grace multiple times. We're assuming that the boss even gives a shit about them. Slam is good for delay tactics, so if I have anything that reduces armor or pushes initiative back... Dissociate, we're going to want to throw that on something almost certainly. Extinguished might be good. You know what did happen in this stage, in the 3rd stage? We got introduced to the Void, the Shadow, the anti-sisters, the anti-daughters. The evil bastards that do way too much damage. So maybe taking a skill that reduces their movement speed and or delays their initiative. And I think Slam is good for that because it will be able to proc twice, assuming the shield bearers... I could have... Well, immobilizing them doesn't really do much for me. Well, I mean, it could. If I can immobilize them for 25 initiative units, and that's during the course of when they would take their turn and then just move away, that would effectively waste their turn. I don't think I've seen any stat that is like immobilize resist or immobilize immunity. I think it's only initiative push resistance that I've seen. So maybe Remorse is an unsung hero. But putting it on Slam is a terrible fucking idea, because putting this on Slam basically guarantees that Remorse never works. Why did I almost put that on Slam? This is why you talk things through to yourself, so that you don't do something embarrassingly stupid. Because if I put Remorse on, what would end up happening is that I'd delay the target by 25 initiative units, immobilize them by 25 initiative units, which basically means that Remorse does anything, because under no circumstance would they ever actually be immobilized during their turn unless they had high enough initiative push resist that they resisted the initiative push. Duh. Let's put return on. Let's put return on so that our Slam can push by a ridiculous 40 initiative units. Honestly, could be immense. I haven't done... Decreasing armor is fine, but honestly, return might just be ridiculously good. Because if I can push initiative by 40 twice, really, in one turn, on one shield bearer, then I have a total, we'll call it initiative push capacity of 40 times 2 times 2, so 160? So I can delay up to 160 initiative per turn on whatever I want. So it could be good. Lunge dealing damage is good. But that's another thing, I guess, from taking a long break, is that I had my playstyle that I had before, but now it's I have to take a second look at everything and get a fresh look. And think, maybe the way I was playing before wasn't optimal. Because I can add damage onto Lunge, but Lunge is already not a particularly damaging ability. So maybe I don't need to put damage onto Lunge. Maybe I have Lunge do a secondary effect that is useful. Maybe I just leave my Blade Masters to be the ones that do damage and let my Shield Bearers and Soul Slingers do, like, buffs and debuffs. Maybe that's the way to approach the problem. So if I think about it that way, Slam for a massive initiative push, Lunge. Let's say we use Lunge for armor reduction. And I can reduce an enemy's target's armor by 80 points. That's nice. With the trait giving me plus 10 AP, that would let me reduce up to 160 points of armor per shield bearer per turn. Or 160 total if I have 2 shield bearers with a little movement on top. So that's not a bad idea. Extinguished could be really good if we're going up against the anti-daughters. Inferno just kind of sucks. Moving on from that. Nightfall could be good. Pounce, oh my goodness. Damage of a skill by 30%, that's going on a Blade Master. Critical damage, meh. Immobilize, meh. Return, already put that on. Critical damage up, nah. Damage of skill by 50, meh. Damage of skill by 25, that's going on a Blade Master. Crit chance, nah. Target speed, meh. I think I go with the armor reduction. Because if I think about it, decreasing the target's armor by 80 points is going to end up equating to more damage against armored opponents Wait a minute. 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 Wait. I think I just remembered that we have artistry. All base armor is increased by 150%, which means that any armor that we're going to be fighting against in the boss is going to be increased. So having a shield bearer that has armor reduction on their lunge is going to be good. We're going that route. Lunge is currently doing increased damage. We're going to replace that with armor reduction as well. Slam, you got your initiative reduction. We need to decide which characters we're bringing into the boss. I'd love to bring Clements because she's really good, but she's nearly dead. Basically leaves Celeste because she's the only one that has this many traits. But she doesn't have... You want to hear how you use web dev knowledge for evil? How did you use web dev knowledge for evil? Well, I continue to... I don't know, think difficultly. Wow, Victoire, even with Heart of Felicity, still does not beat Celeste's damage, so Celeste is just the choice. Sever increases damage of the skill by 25%. I think I have... How many Severs do I have? I think I have more than one. I have the one that increases by 30. I have 2 Severs. Alright. Our Imbued Blade does an ungodly amount of damage. Lightning Strike, I should probably increase the damage of that as well. Sidestep, I wish I had the armor boost ability, but I just don't, which is sad. But we'll be able to fix that to some extent on the next recollection when we have the remembrance that gives me 100% more memories. Your mom sent a recipe and the website that was on required you to sign up and pay a monthly fee. Instead of doing that, extracted the recipe out of the HTML. Yep. That's why I love the web dev class, not because I ever figured out how the fuck to code in PHP, but because now I can read HTML. It's great. You have to sign up for our newsletter with your email and shit if you want to do anything for me. Nope, I'm just going to remove that element of the HTML and then add an additional JS component that re-enables scroll. Sorry. And also, fuck you. Alright, what was I doing? I was playing Othercide. Celeste is our chosen Blade Master. Imbued Blade is the one that does a shit ton of damage and probably is the one that I want to put the 30% increased damage on. And if I... Well, no, let's leave it there for the moment, because we might want to put something on a Soul Slinger. Honestly, either of these Soul Slingers is probably good. Modesty does a little bit more damage, but has a little less armor, but has a lot more health. I think I have... No, she just natively has a shit ton of health. What the hell is going on, Modesty? Skills, she is already quite upgraded. Increase damage by 100, reduce target's movement range by 60%. That's good. Grants the target's 50 armor that lasts for 30 units. That's also good. Sincere, armor reduction, reduce range, increased damage done by target. Okay, Modesty is the one that has the abilities that I like. Intercepting Round. Intercepting Round is a defensive ability that impedes an enemy's attack on the enemy's turn, assuming that the enemy is in range of the intercepting round when they are attacking. I could have it do more damage, or I could have it basically give them a middle finger. And I think I prefer the middle finger. Increasing the damage would be good, because that would mean that this could essentially do 1,200 damage, assuming the enemy doesn't have any armor, but the operative difference between 1,000 and 1,200 damage isn't really enough for me to consider, even when attacking twice. Decreasing the target's armor is good, but not in all situations. Target taking 10% more damage for 30 initiative units might actually be really good as a punishment, but do I have an ability that is better than that? I think I had one that had them take like 20% more damage. Decrease armor, blah, 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 blah. Immobilized target, doesn't matter. Increase crit chance, no additional attack. Decrease target armor. Reduce target's movement range by 50% for 50 initiative units. I don't think I've ever seen an enemy move after attacking, so I don't think that that's going to be particularly useful. Damn, I guess the only one that increases damage is the one with the 10%. I could increase the damage of the skill by 30%. Target takes 10% more damage for 30 initiative units. You know what? Yeah. If that multiplier stacks with things like flanking and backstabbing percentage increases, that could be colossal. We'll go with that. So we're taking Modesty. She has technically more health than Sincere anyways. Albeit can't use Intercepting Round as many times. Hopefully she doesn't need to. I can't do anything on Blacksmith's Grace or Saving Grace. Well, actually, I could increase damage on Saving Grace, which might be worthwhile. But first, I want to upgrade Celeste. Celeste, you are going to get... I'm just going to give you the 30% increase on Slash, and then 20% increase, 25% on Lightning Strike. You exist to do damage. Because otherwise I'll lose an additional Sever, and I might as well just... It's not optimal, but fuck it. Now, Shield Bearers. Which one of you is going to survive longer? Hard to say. Mission start initiative 36. Amy is going to start before anyone else. If anyone's going to use Saving Grace, it's going to be Amy. And if it's going to be Amy, then having her apply a debuff up front to save Grace a little bit of damage is probably going to be a good idea. But how do we want to handle that? The first thing that's going to attack, it's already going to have moved, and then it's going to attack. Saving Grace isn't going to save anyone apart from the one person getting attacked. I want Saving Grace to not only do damage, but make the thing that did the damage more vulnerable. So how do I do that? You know what? No, Extinguish isn't going to help. Particularly not with all of our initiative push. Although I could give this one initiative push to punish the enemy for having attacked. So maybe putting Return on it is a good idea. And that could assist in creating a situation where the enemy is just going to be initiative pushed into oblivion. Decrease armor. Additional attack, crit chance, nah. We're gonna get fancy. We're gonna do the initiative push on Saving Grace, and we're going to do it for both of them. Because if something like a Oh, what are they called?
Remember.
Yeah, if something like a Ravager Swarm spawns, then Saving Grace might be extremely useful, because those things, I think they have initiative offsets of 25, so they can attack every 25 initiative units. So pushing them back by 15 might be extremely valuable, if that situation ever occurs. But basically, both of my shield bearers are going to be spec'd to make it, so that nothing in their immediate vicinity can attack ever. Which is a joke, because I'm Ever. And they can never attack Ever, and Ever is me. Let's stop being stupid and actually go for the boss.
Fall, or we will.
Amy? Where's our other shield bearer? I smell toast. Speaking of toast, you know what I made yesterday? I made rosemary cookies. Something that you have likely never heard of, and they were delicious. I made them... I replaced, Damien, with the recipe that I sent you. I replaced the butter with olive oil, and then I added, like, a teaspoon of ground rosemary. It was very good. Not a good enough baker to match my weird. Honestly, the only reason I can do the experimentation is that I figured out that, like, basic cookie recipe. And then... Oh, shit. Which Soul Slinger was I bringing in? I don't remember. It was Modesty. Never mind. Okay. Openness, it is confined, and the threats are the maid. Oh, the boss is the maid. We'll see how this works out. Say a prayer for our daughters. They might not be long for this world.
What more must we sacrifice before the end?
When two chosen ones clash, space and time collapse in a chaotic yet graceful spectacle. The guide's journal. I don't remember seeing that in the journal.
She was all I had, and then I had nothing.
Cool. Time to read up on what her shit's all about. She doesn't have a base attack, interestingly, but what she does have is 3 tiles in front of her dealing 650 damage to dodgers in area. Increases the maid's armor by 20 every time she's attacked. That's a reaction, so she needs to initiate it. Interruption. Interrupts next melee attack launched by a daughter and deals shit tons of damage. That is something that I'm going to need to pay attention to. She has ridiculous... yeah, it probably does stack infinitely. Boosted maid's resistance delays by 15% for 65 initiative. Oh, shit. After a... I picked the exact... I somehow managed to accidentally pick the exact wrong build for this boss. I built both of my shield bearers to be initiative push shield bearers, and now I am fighting a boss whose explicit fucking ability is resisting initiative push. Gah! I should have built armor reduction. Fuck! Changes phase after losing more than 20% of her HP for the first time, resets initiative to 0. Good to know. Save scum? I can't save scum. Save scumming. Well, actually, I don't think I can save scum. Otherwise it's a hard wipe. You know what? Maybe, and I'm just spitballing here, maybe my initiative push is so high that I can just overcome her initiative push resist and just never allow her to take a turn ever, except when she does her first transfiguration, which results in her initiative getting reset to 0. Maybe I just hold up a middle finger to her and say, fuck you and your 70% initiative push resist. I can attack 4 times in 1 turn, and each of those attacks will push by 40. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how this works. What is her movement range, by the way? Holy shit! How much movement do you have? You have all the movement. She can go cross map. See all that white squareage? She can move wherever the fuck she wants. Okay, running away is not an option. Understood. I think what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna use Modesty to interrupt an attack. Maybe maybe that's how I handle this. Maybe I just do endless attack interruptions. Because I have that in my kit. It's just gonna result in problemos. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know how many times the boss can attack per turn either, which is something that is going to be relevant. 35,000 hit points. Okay, okay. Amy, what do you got? You have Saving Grace. I already said that we're going to let Modesty take the first hit. I'm just going to have you move up. Celeste, you are a Blade Master. Where do we think the boss is going to move? Let's assume that the boss moves towards the closest sister, which at the moment is Amy, but Grace is going to move up shortly. I'm going to want her to move in front of Celeste. So if I put Grace here, I put Celeste here maybe. 33 AP, that leaves enough for an imbued blade. I put Grace here. Modesty moves back and does an intercepting shot. Boss lands here and then the imbued blade hits, maybe? We'll see what happens. Modesty, you move back a little bit. And intercepting round. And then Grace, you move front and center to catch the flak, as it were. Wait. Hold on. I did that backwards. Oops. Wait, what the fuck did I do? Hold on. Oh, no, I didn't. Ah, shit, I moved her instead of moving Grace. I thought I ended turn. Whatever. Shit. I'll put on a Blacksmith's Grace for safety purposes, and then we'll see what happens. Maybe I throw out a Saving Grace too, just in case the boss decides to attack Modesty first. Nah, let's just go for it. Who are you going for? Huh? Uh-oh. Hey. Weakness? What do you mean, weakness? Also, what the fuck is all this? Hello? I would like... Interrupts the next... Reaping, mate? Is that reaping? Where's the boss? Skills, reaping, slashes 3 tiles in front of her. That's not it. It's not collection. It's not Vow of Chastity. I have no idea what that... Wait. Status. Why are you minus 50% armor? That's odd. Flashes 3 tiles in front of her, dealing... Does she have, like, more skills than what's listed on... I don't even know when that's gonna proc. Oh! Collection. Boost Maid's resistance by 15% for 65 initiative units when activated after the delay. Steals 1,000 hit points from all daughters in the path of her sight. So this is collection. This whole thing is collection. That being the case, holy shit, she's got range. I can put Amy behind her. Celeste and everyone else should be able to move out into this area. That's the move I have. Although maybe moving her here isn't the best option, because if I move her here, then I can't do any sort of initiative push. If instead of moving Amy here, I move her back here, then I can move Grace behind, and then Grace can use some of her attack to try to slam to do the initiative delay. Yeah. That's my decision. I'm sticking to it. Saving Grace is really funny that my other shield bearer's name is Grace, but I can't activate it in this range. Celeste, you are the Blade Master that we deserve. You literally can't do anything. I mean, that's not true. You could have lightning struck and then sidestepped out of the way, but I wasn't thinking about it, so I didn't do it. Sometimes it's just how you cook your combos. If I lightning strike here, do I have enough initiative to get back? 30 AP and then moving over a 7. So yeah, I have enough. I can do it. Dun dun. Then Modesty, you move over here, and I'm going to have you Wrathful Rain to get over there so you can do a little bit of damage. And then Intercepting Round covers Grace once again, so we're going to do that. Use you, Grace. You go right behind the boss, and then slam to try to do the initiative push. Oh my. Oh my goodness. Sisterly Love. I forgot about that. Interrupts the next melee attack by a daughter and deals shit tons of damage. Okay. Note to self, just pay a fucking attention, you big dumb moron. Modesty's got her thing going on. I think it should be fine. Okay, Collection doesn't hit anyone. Boss, Vows of Chastity again. And Sisterly Love. And attacks. And can't do anything. And first transfigures. And now the boss's initiative is reset to 0. And the boss does Collection, which is great because that ends her turn. Fantastic fumble on the boss's on the boss's merits. Excellent. Couldn't have asked for more. Generational fumble. Now, Amy's sort of in a weird position because she can't really get the fuck out of the way. Celeste, I can't attack with you with melee because otherwise you'll get hit by Sisterly Love. Modesty, I don't know whether or not you can actually get in close enough range to do any damage, so I think Amy is just gonna hang out where Amy is until her next turn. Okay, Celeste, you are going to move there and you're going to Imbued Blade so that I don't trigger the melee range attack. Modesty, I would love for you to be able to get in and do a little bit of damage. I think the only way I can do that is with Wrathful Rain. Yep, that's my option. Wrathful Rain right over here. She gets armor, but not much, so it'll be fine. Oh, I wonder if her armor ever wears off. If her armor never wears off, that could be problematic. Because I don't think I have anything that reduces armor. I think what's going to end up happening is that Modesty is basically only existing for Intercepting Round, Spirit Haste, and Wrathful Rain. I don't think I want to shoot because it's just going to trigger armor buildup more than do damage. I think Celeste is going to have to be our primary damage dealer. Now, the question that I have for myself is, do I want to use... Oh, no. Wait a minute. Yeah, I need to move back one so that Amy can get the fuck out of range. That was almost bad. Do I want to Intercepting Round? No, I think what's going to happen is that I'm going to move Grace behind, and then Amy is going to... Oh, how does Sisterly Love interact with Saving Grace? We're going to find out. So, Modesty, you're going to do nothing. Grace, you're going to move behind, and you're going to expressly not attack. Because if you do that, then you're going to take the damage from Sisterly Love. Imbued Blade goes off and does a shit ton of damage, as it do. Amy, you're going to take your max movement. You're going to do Saving Grace and Blacksmith's Grace. Just on the off chance that some weird interaction happens. Collection goes off. She does all of her other bullshit. Oh, right, she's in a new phase. I don't know how her shit works. Eh? Okay, she's got a whole new set of abilities that I really need to pay attention to. Whoa! Okay, either Amy's interruption didn't trigger Sisterly Love, or Sisterly Love isn't currently active. Vow of Chastity, Vow of Poverty, heals the mage by up to 100 HP each time a daughter moves. Okay, I think I can overcome that with movement abilities a little bit. There's basically no chance that I get out of this without doing movement. Sisterly Love is Sisterly Love. Forbidden Love interrupts the next ranged attack launched by a daughter and deals a shit ton of damage. Okay, I think I get it. She can do one of Vow of Chastity or Vow of Poverty. She can do one of Sisterly Love or Forbidden Love. She's currently on Forbidden Love, which means that it is A-okay for me to be pelting the shit out of her with melee abilities right now. Collection is Collection, Deception is Deception. After a delay, all of the daughters surrounding her 5 tiles and then deals 200 damage, then teleports elsewhere, enemies pushed into each other, yada yada yada. Second Transfiguration, she's got another set of abilities. Okay, so this is Deception that she's got going on right now. After a delay. The delay is 25 initiative units, which means that Amy can't get out of the way unless Modesty gives her an initiative boost. Which is going to be what happens. And I cannot, under any circumstance, attack the boss currently, because if I do that with Modesty, then Modesty is going to take 1,000 damage and probably die. Okay. Let me think about this. I can Lightning Strike and sidestep, or I can sidestep behind Lightning Strike, and then maybe I have enough movement to get back. So if I'd sidestep, that's 15. Lightning Strike, that's 45. And then I have 15 AP to get back to a position. That corner is roughly the same as this corner, which is 11 AP, so I would be able to get back. So I can sidestep behind. Lightning Strike, and then move back. I think. Assuming that Lightning Strike doesn't just put me here, in which case, that's fine. We'll see what happens. Okay, movement ability counts as movement for the purposes of healing. Lightning Strike flanks and deals good damage. Also counts as movement. I still have a net increase in damage from that, so we'll call that good. Modesty can't move, but needs to Spirit Haste Amy. Can't do Spirit Haste twice in one turn. Wrathful Rain. Is there a reason for me to be doing that? No. Intercepting round? Yes, because the boss is going to definitely move to someone and try to attack. And then Amy is just going to have to take a melee attack and then get out of the way. Hopefully this doesn't count as a ranged attack, because if it does, then Modesty's probably dead. It's probably going to count as a ranged attack. I probably just killed Modesty. It's fine. Right. Amy. Slamming you does actually provide a material benefit, so I am going to do that. It's not going to do much damage, though, so maybe I don't. Maybe I save the damage for Celeste. The initiative push resist is so high, the damage is so low, she's going to heal by up to 100 when I move anyways. So basically the arithmetic that I'm working with is at what point am I only going to be able to do damage to the boss with abilities like Saving Grace or the Blade Master, which is going to be relatively soon. I think I just let the boss heal. I think that healing is less valuable to the boss than the armor up in the long run. Like all that good. Grace, you stay where you are and you don't do shit. Boss does deception, doesn't do anything because we're out of movement. Oh. Huh. So that's how deception works. I wonder if Modesty is still able to interrupt it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't do anything. If I do anything, then the boss just heals. So I'm just going to do nothing. Holy shit, intercepting round works. Uh-oh. Modesty's gonna get hit. And I don't have anything. Okay, that could have been worse. She used Forbidden Love, so that means... ranged attacks are what gets penalized. I don't know if... Okay. Wrathful Rain says AoE damage. I don't know whether or not that means that it counts as range damage. I'm going to make the assumption that it does count as range damage so that I can get a little bit more life out of Modesty. Boss gonna move there. She does not have the movement ability up, which means that she has chastity, which means that she's gaining armor. Oh shit. I keep forgetting that she can only have one of these up. But she also has Forbidden Love, so I can't ranged attack. Right. Does giving anyone Spirit Haste actually help me? I think it would be a good idea to let our team group up, so we'll just give Spirit Haste to Celeste and call it good there. Wait a minute. Yes. Okay. Now it's Amy. I need Celeste to be able to get here and do an Imbued Blade. Which means that she's going to have to take a little bit of movement and then Quick Step and then Imbued Blade, which means that I don't need Amy to not be blocking the path. So Amy can go there. And then Amy is going to take the Saving Grace on her next turn instead of Modesty, who I will be trying to preserve at least a little bit for her initiative boost. Grace, you get to move now, and I'm going to have you do nothing because you're going to get covered by Amy's Saving Grace. Hypothetically, Celeste, it is now up to you. Sidestep will take you up to 4 tiles there, so I need to move. Let's see. If I need to be there, I need to be 1, 2, 3, 4 up and 1, 2 down, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2. How much movement does that cost me? 34. If I move there, I can only sidestep to get to the boss. However, I will still be able to do an Imbued Blade to attack the boss next turn, maybe? We'll see what happens. Odyssey will be able to give an initiative boost, and then I'll be able to do it. It'll be fine. Okay. Spirit Haste gives Celeste the initiative boost so that Celeste can use her ability sooner. The boss is still going to attack before it goes off. Amy is going to be the one pulling Saving Grace. Celeste, Imbued Blades this direction. Amy pulls Saving Grace. Boss's attack goes off. Grace, I think I just do nothing with. Currently, the boss has Vow of Chastity active, which means that if I attack her with any of these attacks, then it's going to do minimal damage and not really do anything. And Blacksmith's Grace and Saving Grace are just going to be wastes of health. So we're just going to leave Grace exactly where she is. Excuse you. Everything on the boss pops. We have Poverty and Forbidden Love, which means, once again, no ranged attacks. Interruption goes off. Amy gets saved. Vow of Poverty causes a heal. Deception goes off. Deception procs before anyone can move, which is annoying. Let's see. Just glad Modesty wasn't one that took damage. I need to get points up on the board, as it were. And with the boss doing this shit, that's gonna be tricky. Boss is gonna end up going on their turn before I can really do anything, which means that I'm gonna need someone to take the saving hit once again. I am exactly in the wrong position to do anything at the moment. I mean, I can sidestep here and then maybe Imbued Blade in this direction, see what happens. It kind of depends on where the boss teleports after the second ability procs. It's a prediction. It's a mediocre prediction, but it's a prediction. Okay, Modesty, I'm gonna have you not take... Well... Maybe I do pull up Celeste a little bit further. No, then her Imbue Blade is going to go off before the boss does anything, so that's a no. Spirit Haste on anyone else doesn't make sense. Amy is going to take the Saving Grace. How many more times can I do Intercepting Round? I think I maybe do it twice. And I think it also doesn't count as ranged damage. Still not going to do anything. Amy, you're taking the Saving Grace. Grace, you're not doing anything. Boss does Deception, and then teleports again, and then moves. Moves to where? Sisterly Love. That's not good. Oh, that was really weird. Amy was facing this direction. No, wait, hold on. How did this work? When I put Celeste here and Imbued Blade this direction, then after the switch, her Imbued Blade went this direction. So something about the direction got preserved. I wish I had been paying attention to which direction Amy had been facing, because that was interesting. Let's think. Boss has... I think Sisterly Love equipped right now. So, Celeste, you need to go behind 2 tiles and Imbued Blade there. Modesty, I would love if you were able to do any amount of damage, but you can't really at the moment. I play this right, maybe Celeste takes 2 attacks. If I Spirit Haste, that leaves me 30 to move. It takes me 33 to get there and 30 to get there. So I could Spirit Haste once to put Celeste in front of the boss, which doesn't really get another Imbued Blade off, so it's not really something that I should be wasting my time on. This boss is a very death by 1,000 cuts type boss. But one of these 3 is going to need to take the interrupt. And I think it's going to be Amy again. Hold on. How is Amy in a blind spot? Is that just a rendering error on the part of... Wait, hold on. The boss is supposed to be standing where Amy is per this attack. What the hell? Because the center line of the attack is right here. And the boss is supposed to be standing there, because the only place it's supposed to be safe is immediately behind, in this one quadrant. But the quadrant is shift. That's weird. Amy, you go there. Pop a save and grace again. Grace, you go here. And you do nothing. View blade goes off. Boss gets armor, which is annoying, but fine. Collection procs. Boss refreshes their abilities. We got Poverty and Sisterly. Interruption goes off and the boss fucks themselves. Deception, but we all get to move first, which is good because we are in shit positioning. So we had Poverty and Sisterly, which means that we have healing every time a daughter moves, which means that I don't have to worry about armor increase. Sisterly interrupts melee attacks, so I can't melee attack with Celeste with Lightning Strike, otherwise Celeste will take a shit ton of damage. But this also means that Modesty is now able to take a couple shots, and they won't do much damage, but they will be something. We want to make sure that all of our people are sort of out of line of each other, so I think Celeste's best option is to go sort of here. And then I can put Modesty there and then Amy there. Yeah, you can heal, that's fine. Wait, did you just heal for 0? Haha, you slouch. Fuck you. No, I think we put Modesty here so she can take 2 shots on the boss. And then Amy can move somewhere else. This is the first damage that Modesty gets to do, and it's only 8 to 18 damage. How is it only 8 to 18 damage? You only have 160 armor. How is it 8 to 18 damage? Is your armor doubled up somehow? That's the only way that math works out. If it's 160, and I do 338, then 160 times 2 is 320, which means that it's 338 minus 320, which is 18. And I have a damage variation of 10. That's annoying as shit. I forget what I have on shot to begin with. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not nothing, but it's annoying as hell. Ah, shit. I should have done Spirit Haste. If I do Spirit Haste on Grace, I should be fine, I think. Take another shot because why not? It's a pitiful amount of damage, but it's damage. Amy goes after the boss so she could do the saving grace, but I think we're going to do grace with the saving grace this time. So Amy, you go there. So it kind of depends on where the boss goes. Wherever she teleports, she's going to attack the closest sister. But we're going to know where she teleports after the fact, in which case Modesty is going to have to use an intercepting shot. Grace, you're fine where you are. Okay, it was the right move to not put Amy on saving grace. Now, where is the boss going to move? Probably right here, yeah? That's the least amount of AP to get to Amy, so if I move Celeste right here and do an Imbued Blade, then it should hit the boss, theoretically. Vow of Poverty, yeah. Imbued Blade. Modesty. I could instant... Let's move up Grace so that Grace can still do the Intercept. I'd rather Grace do the Intercept than Modesty, so that Modesty can stick around a little longer. Now, I don't remember what abilities... I think it was Sisterly. I think it was Melee that was punishable. If I've forgotten this, I am turbo fucked. Hold on, tell me what that reaction is. Melee attacks, so I can still shoot. But, hold on. It was, what? And she heals? Do the fucking text, thank you. Ooh, flank damage still goes hard. Good to know. I'd forgotten about that. Okay, Grace, saving Grace. You save Amy's life. Okay, Chastity and Forbidden, which means no ranged attacks. But she gets an armor up. That's not... what the fuck? Game, you're gonna have to let me think about this. Boss has currently ranged attack interrupt and armor increase, which is just... I wish he had ranged attack and melee, because I do way more melee damage than anything else. Hello? Give me an accurate representation of your movement. Thank you! I kind of really don't want to get backed into a corner, but that's kind of just what's happening. Imbued Blade misses because of course it does. You're interrupting ranged attacks and gaining armor. So I could sidestep behind, do a normal slash to deal the backstab damage, and then get out of the way. I think that's what I'm gonna do. The question is whether or not the backslash does enough damage to knock the boss into phase 3, which it doesn't seem like it does. Oh, I didn't realize backstab removed all armor. That's good to know. Okay, grand. You get armor up, but I don't care, because I just did a shit ton of damage. Celeste, you move out of the way. Modesty. You can honestly stay there, I think? I'm gonna want Amy to be the one that does saving grace, because boss is going to attack one of these two sisters. I'm just gonna leave Modesty where she is, and then sort of just pray and hope that she doesn't take damage. I don't think she's going to take damage. This is where we find out whether or not the game lies. This is currently interrupting some ranged attacks. I could theoretically get behind the boss and do a backstab, but meh. That seems like it would just shift the boss into phase 2, which I'm sort of not super jazzed at the idea of. I think what's going to have to happen is that... How am I going to handle phase 2? I'm going to need to have an interrupt ready for phase 2, which means that somehow I'm going to need to get Celeste back in front of the pack, because Celeste is going to be the one doing damage on her turn, which means I'm going to need someone with an interrupt on deck. Theoretically, if I put Amy on interrupt... No, that's not going to work. Yeah, we're just staying right there. Amy, you're going to move here, and then you're going to Saving Grace. I don't know how backstab works from that position, but sure. Oh, no! Why didn't I get Grace out of the way? Why didn't I get Grace out of... This is gonna go badly. I'm a fool. Shit. I should have moved Grace. God damn it. Okay. Interrupt on the Confession. Vow of Poverty. And then she gets to take an attack. That hurts. Deception sucks. What do you have? Interrupting melee attacks. And healing when moving. That's annoying. I'm just gonna have to get everyone sort of out of the way. Everyone apart from Celeste is gonna take damage. Yeah, heal, whatever. Modesty will live. Everyone else will live. They're just gonna be hurting. This is almost ideal. I need to get close enough to Celeste to do Spirit Haste so that she's back in the pack-ish. No. Yes. No. Interrupts next melee attack by a daughter. If I put Celeste in front of the boss, then nothing... If I do Spirit Haste Celeste, hypothetically... First off, if I move there, can I even... Hello? God damn it, sometimes the UI on this game bugs. And it bothers me. Spirit Haste. I should be able to move here and have enough range to Spirit Haste Celeste. If I Spirit Haste Celeste, she moves in front of... Okay, this is a good move. We end. The boss is going to be able to take another attack before we're able to do anything. So we're gonna Saving Grace. Amy, I'm gonna have you do nothing. Deception goes off. Good. Not really, actually. That's a fucking horrible position for the boss to move, because now I can't get in range. I need to get there for an Imbued Blade to hit, is basically my problem. If I move there, that's 15, then I need to move 2 more, which is another 15, so I can't Imbued Blade. Okay. Go in here. There. Vow Poverty. Another 15 AP, another Vow of Poverty. Imbued Blade. That direction. That might put boss into phase 2, and if that's the case... No, it's not gonna... Oh, shit. That might put boss into phase 2. That is the single best collection I've ever seen. Okay, what are we interrupting now? We're interrupting ranged attacks. And we're gaining armor. So... this delayed action is probably going to put boss into phase 2. Half of 35,000 is 17,500. So that is going to happen. So I'm going to need to use the intercepting round on Modesty, because if I don't, everyone's going to die. And intercepting doesn't count as a ranged attack, I think. Spirit Hastening Celeste doesn't really do anything? Imbued Blade, boss goes into phase 2. Or not? Wasn't it? Phase 3? Changes phase after losing more than 50% of her HP for the first time. She's lost more than 50% of her HP. What's going on? Is the boss gaining armor? Yes. What the hell? I think I'm still going to be able to use Celeste to trigger phase 2 by using a backstab, but it's just going to be weird. Grace, you really can't do anything. Amy, you also can't really do anything. Is the boss healing? No, the boss is getting armor. Never mind. You just... Hello, move. You go there. Celeste maintaining her status as ADC for time immemorial. Gains damage up and a backstab. There we go. Now she's going to attack. Modesty's going to be able to cover. What? Please tell me this is a cutscene. Oh, good.
Forgive me for leaving your side. I thought I could bear witness to the child's soul.
Oh, right, this game has lore, I forgot.
My heart bled for the girl who rotted, abandoned in the cellar. I lived her pain, what suffering put upon her. Her descent has transformed me, forced me to grow and birth a new daughter.
Eh?
Another terror to haunt us.
Holy shit! We got support, baby! Obedience, that's a new one. Intercepting round. Procs as expected. The camera's doing weird shit, not sure what's up with that. Holy hell, we're gonna need to get everyone out of the way. Who is... Melody? Who are you? Mo, deal shit tons of damage in a zone. Skills. Armor shred. Oh. Oh. Stealing armor and doing 64 damage 12 times. Oh my. So you're saying there's a chance. Interrupt the first action of an enemy and deal damage. Okay, but the boss also got upgrades. So we have Obedience now. Boosts the maid initiative by 4 every time a daughter does something. Lost Love interrupts the next boost launched by a daughter. Oh, okay, I need to be very careful about that. Judgment targets an area around each daughter's location, and after a delay damages daughters still in the area. That's annoying. So Deception encourages you to split your daughters up, and Judgment encourages you to keep your daughters together. That's upsetting. What do we got going on currently? Reaction to boost initiative. Every time the daughter does something, I can boost my daughters how many times before the boss goes nuh-uh? And also, when is Judgment going to hit? I need to block that. But how do I want to block it? I think I want to block it with my new daughter. Melodies interrupt the first action of an enemy and deal up to that damage. So if I move Melody up behind the boss and then use Dance of Binding, I'll be able to stop the boss from using Judgment. And that just means I need another person to stop the boss from doing damage, which is going to mean Amy. So we're going to need to do 4 things. Melody is going to need to move. Celeste is going to backstab. Melody is going to need to use her interrupt, and Amy is also going to need to use her interrupt. So that's going to be 4 times 4, which is going to boost the boss's initiative by 16, which brings it down from 32 to 18. We're going to see how this goes. Modesty, you do nothing. Amy, Saving Grace. Boss initiative boosted by 4. Grace, you do nothing. Melody, I cannot not move and Dance of Binding. Maybe I just don't get... No, wait, it's going to be Celeste's turn, then she can do 2 backstabs for free, I think. I think that's how that math works out. So if you move, that's 28. Dance of Binding is HP, so that allows me to do whatever the fuck I want. Yep, your initiative offset boosts. Not far enough for it to matter. Dance of Binding will interrupt your next attack. And then Celeste gets 2 backstabs for free. Never mind. I forgot the boss had an interrupt. We get 1 backstab. Wait, what just happened? Interrupts the boss's next action. Oh. Her next action was the initiative offset. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. I don't know how that works. I think a daughter might die. Fuck it, throw out an imbued blade. No, don't throw out an imbued blade. That's a stupid thing to do. Saving Grace to backstab. Boss throws out Judgment and kills everyone but Melody. I think I fucked up. And now I really can't tell where the hell the safe zones are. I think I moved behind the barrier intentionally to block the boss from triggering Dance of Binding with whatever the fuck is going on next, and then I use Dance of Binding, and the boss does all of its shit, and then moves towards me to attack and then gets interrupted with Dance of Binding. I think that's my only play. I can only use Dance of Binding one more time. Collection procs. Judgment, I think, is just bugged. Boss moves to attack, gets interrupted. I can no longer use the dance ability because it will kill me. The boss can move literally anywhere and is just going to kill me next turn. That's how this math works out. I don't know. Maybe Deadly Dance does something weird with the turn order interaction because it's somehow sandwiching itself between the boss's turn start actions. Sure, whatever. I think I lose, but I learn a lot. Deadly Dance happens, yada yada. Deadly Dance happens again, the boss gets to move, and then moves into range and kills me. Dun-da-dum. Alright. It was a valiant attempt. I misplayed the first judgment because I didn't understand the Scythe Dancer's interruptibility. Or because I got greedy and attacked twice with Celeste. Either way you want to slice it. I don't know why the interrupt procced on Celeste's second attack, though. That was a little weird.
No one ever wins against him.
Yeah, sure. But now we know that for that boss, we need to have a healthy mix of ranged and melee damage, and we need to have armor reduction.
Alas, suffering is born.
We got close.
We failed the child.
We had a
We have lost.
bad
I
match
have nothing more to give.
against the boss, and we still got 2/3 of its health down.
We begin again.
So there is hope for the future in dealing with that boss. We got a shit ton of shards, which means that we now get access to all these fucking juicy abilities. I want Vitae reduction and Vitae increase. I don't care about starting with memories yet. Minus equipment drop, increase drop rate. Big health increase. More damage. Get those 2 free things. We'll get all of these damage bonuses. We start Daughters at Mastery level 7. What happens if I have both of these equipped? I don't know. That's a little weird. Skip an era. We don't want to do that because we're going to want to get our Daughters to have upgraded traits. With the 3 resurrections, we're going to be able to get our dream team of Daughters up and running early. And then we still have enough left over to get our new starting memories. Grand. Alright. This looks good. We're going to be in a good position for the start of Recollection 5, I think? Do the weird thing where you flip back and forth between the dates. Yep, Recollection 5. Alright. Really quickly, we're going to take a break. I'm going to go use the restroom. We'll be back in a couple minutes. See ya, Dan. Alright, I believe that was almost exactly a couple minutes. Now, first order of business, we're going to need to go through our cemetery. Cemetery, and get rid of all of our quote-unquote useless daughters. And by useless, I mean ones that do not have normal traits.
Their courage.
Or not normal traits, excuse me. Just any traits to begin with. We want to get rid of our daughters that we used explicitly for the purposes of providing material benefits to other daughters. Our sacrificial daughters, as it were. If they don't have a trait, they're not one we used. Wait, no, not the Scythe Dancer. She's a level 10 Scythe Dancer. We're gonna want her back. Miracle, you go away. And then... Alright. Everyone is where they need to be. Daughters overview, we have all of these guys at level 7. Their stats are quite good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, look at all those hit points. I love health bonuses. We did get a codex update. Characters. Let's take a look at the boss. I think we pretty much understand the boss's mechanic. Different reactions and interruptions depending on what the daughters do. And then she targets the closest daughter with her scythe. Okay. Depending on what the daughters do. Does that mean that if I attack, she does armor? If I don't attack, she does healing? And then if I attack with range, she does ranged reaction, and if I attack with melee, she does melee reaction? That doesn't really change how I approach her, because then I'll still be cycling back and forth between armor reduction and whatnot, but good to know, I guess. As she loses health, she unlocks new action, increase the number of combos. Yes, I know. To win, the daughters will have to adjust the maid's interruptions and reactions. And then flavor text. Thanks. We also unlocked the Scythe Dancer, which is not showing anything. Specializes in destroying armor and gets stronger and stronger during the battle. I am not entirely sure about that, but okay. Memories. Mobilize, increase crit chance. Yada yada. Now we just gotta bring daughters back from the dead.
Courage.
We're not gonna be able to get a better Scythe Dancer than a level 10, so we'll just... I was gonna say we'll just bring her back, but thinking about it, maybe it's better that I bring back daughters with the whole shit ton of traits thing that I had going on, so that we can have a daughter that is very strong right out the gate. Now between Clemens and Celeste, I don't know which one is the better one. Bonus damage, flat damage increase, damage increased by 20% natively and 20% for every adjacent enemy. Clemens, same, more damage against cultists, same with the XP gain reduction, more initiative push resist, less movement range, more armor. The less movement range doesn't matter as much with the lightning strike sidestep combo, so I think just by virtue of the increased armor that Clemens has a slight edge, if ever so slight. But Celeste does more base damage and has a mission start initiative below 50. And is ever so slightly closer to a level up. Has a lower dodge chance, though. By 3%, that's not much. Sure, Celeste, you are the Blade Master we're bringing back. Congratulations. Next up, Shield Bearer. Did I really not have any level 9 Shield Bearers? Or do I just have a shit ton of Shield Bearers in general? I really abuse my Shield Bearers, don't I? Huh. Hadn't considered that. Okay, Desire, do you have a part of anyone? Yes, you do. I think you're our best Shield Bearer, just hands down. Tank Strunk. I mean, I do have a habit of abusing my Shield Bearers. It's not something I'm particularly proud of, it's just something that kind of happens. Yeah, Desire is definitely our best Shield Bearer. End of turn delay -5, that's good. All adjacent enemies get armor reduction. She gets increased damage. Yeah, Desire is just our best Shield Bearer. So Desire gets to come back. Say hello, Desire. And now, Soul Slingers. We had one level 9.
Remember their courage.
Hello? Am I losing my mind? I'm looking for Soul Slinger. Modesty. Your abilities are kind of confusing, but okay. And there's not really any better Soul Slinger, so you're going to be the one that comes back. And then I would love to bring back the Scythe Dancer, but I'm going to stick with what I know for the moment. Yes. No, I'm going to summon my own Scythe Dancer. That was the idea.
Give life to our daughters.
Give life to our daughters. Can now access the Scythe Dancer.
Please, guide her well.
Shitty base armor, mid base damage, not a lot of health. Actually, health on par with a shield bearer isn't bad. Armor's mid. Let's see what a level 7 Scythe Dancer looks
Now,
like.
Unleash her on any who stand in her way.
Well, the armor doesn't improve. Let's see. What skills do you have? Reaping steals 85 armor and does 48 damage 12 times. See, the Reaping seems like an ability that would give insane increased utility if I gave it like 100 damage per attack, because instead of doing 48 damage 12 times to do like maybe 500 damage, it instead does fucking like maybe 2,000 damage just natively and steals armor. So the Reaping is definitely the better of those two skills. Now, Deadly Dance or Dance of Fury. Gain 110 armor for 30 initiative units and increase damage by 60% for 35 initiative units for each incoming attack. That's a little bit of a weird one. I sort of get the vibe. Basically, you build armor and then you Dance of Fury. And then you laugh maniacally. I think is the vibe of Dance of Fury. Deadly Dance, deal 145 damage and steal 30 armor for each 15 initiative units, up to 3 times. Does this delay? No, it doesn't delay. Never mind. If I do Deadly Dance, then it basically does 15... It does 3 hits up until my next turn. Each one of those steals 30 armor from everything in my vicinity. So this could potentially get me 90 armor off one enemy, or 180 off of multiple. Yeah, I think I'll take Deadly Dance. I think that's the correct vibe. Once again, Blacksmith's Grace and Saving Grace because they are the good ones. Soul Slinger, You get Wrathful Rain and Spirit Haste because, once again, they are the good ones. Now, I don't think I have everyone's abilities allocated. No, I do. No, I don't. Never mind. True. Lightning Strike and... Sidestep. Yeah. And then what memories do I have to start with? Decreasing target's armor by 80, increase damage of skill, decrease armor, immobilize target. These aren't really powerful memories, you know? Because the remembrance sort of specifies that I get...
Remember.
3 powerful memories. Well, 2 memories and then 3 powerful memories. But I think it sort of rolled shitty memories for the powerful memories. Which one are the 2 shitty ones? Rush is one of the shitty ones. I don't know which of these qualifies as the other shitty one. I think it's Drill. And then Disassociate, Master, and Remorse are the 3 good ones? Oh, wait. See, this is the part where you pay attention to the game, because if you look to the right, there's this very obvious statistic that says the Vitae cost, which sort of directly relates to how good the game says the memories are. Which is something that I could have looked at in determining which 2 were the shitty ones and which 3 were the good ones, but I didn't, and I still guessed right, didn't I? Ain't that grand? But we're not going to use any of those for the moment, because we're just going to be going through synapses, grinding, daughter XP, and whatnot. I wonder if the Scythe Dancer is secretly extremely good on, oh, what's it called? Hold on. It'll come to me eventually. Escort missions. Rescue missions. Because enemies just constantly spawn during those missions. And if the Scythe Dancer can build armor fast enough, maybe she just fucking holds up a middle finger to literally everything in that instance, and she can just grind XP infinitely. Maybe she's really good. Carapace Proctor. All of my doctors are ridiculously strong. Doctors? All of my daughters are ridiculously strong. I can't speak. Speaking is for nerds, I suppose. Felicity, we'll take the starters out for a spin. Felicity, True, and Miracle. True, you are the better True than the Shield Bearer True, because the Shield Bearer True ruined herself with her armor debuff. Here's hoping y'all kids get some nice traits out of this.
Careful. You wouldn't want my scalpel to slip into innocent flesh.
Can you slip your scalpel right up your ass, please? Thank you. Good night. Alright. Felicity, you can't do shit. This dude is going to move towards you before his turn. You just stand there. Miracle. Both of the Carapists are annoyingly out of range. Up until you move into range, and then both of them are going to do the shooty thing, and you'll be fine. True, I would say to go kill this guy, but I don't think you can actually get to him. Plus he has... No, he has no dodge chance. Hold on, can I kill you? If I move here, that's 15. Oh, True doesn't have any, she doesn't have an AP bonus, so there is no way she can get to that guy, unless... No, I don't think she can. We're just gonna move her up then. And this guy will move to her, whoever he finds more attractive. Alright, both of the Carapaces do exactly what I expect them to do, except for that one, which moved really close for some reason. Felicity, congratulations, you get the kill.
Shred them down.
Miracle, take their lunch money.
A clean cut.
Where's the next thing spawning? Up where it is not useful. True, congratulations, you are going to get the chance to show off Let's move right there and Imbued Blade for funsies. You're gonna move up for support in case things go wrong. Dude spawns, moves towards True, can't attack, takes an Imbued Blade to the face. First, we're gonna let Miracle take a little bit of a shot on him. And then True can finish him off. Goodbye.
A bitter victory.
Grand. Traits, please. Trait,
Come what
trait,
may,
trait.
We will slow
Good.
suffering's progress.
Anything but the fucking minus 50% armor. Which I will in fact be checking every time I get a new trait. Oh, good. That's just good. That's the absolute best you could get. Yes! Yes! They all got the fucking AP bonus! Fantastic! Is that the reward? Based on whatever, Noble, I forget the second part of Noble's tag name, online name, pseudonym. He said that the traits are awarded depending on what the daughters do in the synapse. And I'm guessing how the AP boost works is that the daughter finishes the synapse without taking damage. I think that's how that works. Because not a one of them took damage. Every one of them got a kill. That could also be part of it. So maybe it's either not taking damage or not taking damage and getting a kill. Is my guess on how that works. I should definitely give these 3 daughters to eat before they level
Give
up.
life to
But
our
I don't have
daughters.
enough vitae to do that yet, so not going to happen immediately.
Time slips by.
1 or 2 synapses? 2. Synapse hunt and another hunt. Let's go for the first hunt. The impossible ones. We're going to take, I guess, our strong ones, just in case. Actually, hold on. It gives 50 more XP. It's not going to make that much of a difference in the long term. There we go. Carapaces and scavengers. Not a threat.
Careful. You wouldn't want my scalpel
Shut.
to slip into
Shut up.
innocent flesh.
Shut up, surgeon. You like to hear yourself talk too much. Okay, I think the first turn we do nothing? I don't remember where the scavenger spawned, now that I think about it. Oh, no, I remember what I do now. I get up here. I move into this guy's face. Eh? That was weird. He's going to use a big shot on the next turn. And then I'm going to laugh at him. Right. All of the carapaces do all the carapace things. And they waste their time. Lightning strike, kill this guy. Sidestep to the other side. Prep for next turn. I apparently can move one more, and then that guy's gonna die.
Another life. Guard them well.
Good. Desire. You go give them a fright. Modesty. I don't think you can move in range to kill both of them, but you can definitely move in range to kill one of them. I don't want you to kill that one. I want you to kill the one in the back.
Striking.
Good. Celeste, kill that guy.
Memories of another life.
Then we'll group up just because we can.
Guard them well.
Desire, kill that guy. Grand. enemy spawn?
Exquisite.
It is all scavengers.
Memories of another life. Guard them well.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That carapace is going to be annoying, but that's fine. We're just going to have a little fun over here.
Striking.
Desire,
them.
I don't think you can really do anything, so you're just going to cover. That dude spawns. Massive shot.
Bleed them dry.
Other bros spawn 2 scavengers, which are not going to be able to make it to us. Modesty, kill that guy. How much damage did your
Whatever
fucking
we
shot
can
do?
to prevent
Okay,
this
no, you're just
torture.
showing off by getting constant critical hits. Celeste. Move here, I guess. Scav spawns, moves to Desire. Desire LOLs and kills him.
Striking.
Well, that's going to be annoying.
Doctors, or should I say acolytes?
Wait a minute. Oh, Desire has Vital Grace instead of Saving Grace. Shit! I didn't notice that. Ah. What does this dude spawn? Man, I wish I could just fucking, like, slam these things to make them spawn later. Huh. Man, that sucks. Is there anything I can do? His base attack does 400 damage. I can't get Celeste out of the way. Oh, you know what I can do? I can move Desire out of the way. Scavengers can spawn. Modesty. You need to do 3 things. You need to kill the Scav, and you need to Spirit Haste Celeste. Which means that you're gonna have to burst, I'm sorry to say. But that's the way we live. Excuse me, shoot the Scav.
Progress has its setbacks.
Memories of another life. Guard them well.
Plogter and Plogter are both going to take their movement to start with, and they're not going to be able to do anything. Celeste, you are going to do something really funny, which might actually work. Holy shit, is this going to happen? No, it got close.
Another terror to haunt us.
Alright, lunge at that guy. Big attack goes off.
I revel in her strength.
Celeste can't do shit. Carapace shows up
Striking.
on that side of the map. Guess I can sidestep to be sort of in range, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, Desire. Just run over there and kill him. He's the last one.
Shatter them.
Good. Hardly impossible, but that's only because I have high-leveled.
May the
Guys.
plague end as surely.
They only get experience, but we all got memories out of it. Speaking of which, what is our memory bank looking at like now? That was not a sentence in the English language, but whatever. There's definitely memories in there. It's not really worth doing any upgrades yet. But I do need to buy daughters to feed them to my other daughters. So we need another shield bearer, blade master, and soulslinger. And maybe a scythe dancer for whenever I feel like getting another scythe dance. I should see what feeding a scythe dancer does. Time delay starting position -5, end of turn delay -4. Interesting. So that means that for a level 7 scythe dancer, if I sacrifice them to another daughter, then that daughter gets to A, start a synapse or a boss fight 5 initiative positions sooner, and their end of turn delay drops from 50 or 100 to 46 and 96? That's actually not nothing. Particularly over longer fights. And since every other enemy generally operates on an increment of 25, getting that offset might make strategy a little easier. Or it could make things more uncertain. I'm not going to sacrifice her, number one.
Remember their courage.
Right. For the shield bearer, we want
Give life to our daughters.
another shield bearer. I think we just want 3 shield bearers to sacrifice to give everyone more hit points. Yes? Soulslinger provides dodge chance, I think. And Blade Master gives more damage. I think the Soul Slinger, I'm going to want to give them a Blade Master, and then the Blade Master and Shield Bearer, I'm going to want to give to Shield Bearer. No. No. Shield Bearer is going to get this a Shield Bearer.
Now, unleash her on any who stand
Felicity,
in her way.
because I already got just a shit ton of... Why is Charity's health so low? What's going on there? Oh, it's because Desire has a trait that gives her more health? Oh, it's because Desire is a fucking monster of a shield bearer. Never mind. Why is Felicity's health? 20% increase. Okay, that's why. You are going to eat Charity. Charity, you get eaten. I am sorry to say. Yum yum.
I feel her light grow stronger.
You get all of the nice juicy bonus health. And then I get
Give
2
life to our daughters.
Blade Masters to sacrifice so that my actual
Now,
Blade Masters and
unleash
whatnot
her
can
on
do more
any
damage.
Who stand in her way.
Duce.
Give life to our daughters.
Why do I know the pronunciation
Now,
of Duce purely
unleash
because
her on
of
any who
watching
stand in her way.
a like 5-hour lecture on the history of fascism? Duce. I forget what that means. I forget what that's Italian for. Someone look it up. Actually, no, I'm going to look at what Duce means really quickly. What does Duce mean? Sweet, pleasant, somber, sober, prudent, sedate, what? I'm confused. Chiefly Scotland. Deuce? What do you mean that's deuce? Oh, is it? Do you have to have an accent mark after the E to make it duce? I don't know how to type an accent mark in... in Italian. Itralian. French detected. Word. No. Italian. No. D-O-U-C-E. Give me a second. Is that just a dude's name? Am I misremembering? No, not Dutch. English. Am I losing my mind? I'm just losing my mind. It's fine. We're okay. I'm just gonna slowly have my brain melt and we'll be fine. Miracle, you get to eat one of the Blade Masters, and True gets to eat the other one. Out of curiosity, does the stats of the Blade Master affect the amount of damage that they provide? Yes. Okay, I want Miracle to do more damage. She's a Soul Slinger, so she's operating on a deficit of damage already.
Her sacrifice births another hope.
True. You are the other one that I want to eat well tonight. Innocent. Inokenti. Because apparently I can't pronounce words. What studio? What is the nationality of the studio that made this game?
Sacrifice births
For my
another
reference
hope.
point, because that would actually inform me as to the way that I'm supposed to be pronouncing these words. Light Bulb Crew, sure, buddy. Lists about strong art direction, la da 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 da. Visit group page. Currently working on Ex Sanguinis, a turn-based tactical RPG perfectly adapted being roguelite. They are French. Okay, so I should be pronouncing these with the French. I don't know why. French to English. Douce? Sweet. Okay. Sure, I don't know why fucking Merriam-Webster was just like, that's Scottish! But sure. Probably because they're... I don't know, is Merriam-Webster a Scottish company? No one's gonna check to see what this word means. Let's just rip one of the French words and call it ours. It'll be fine. It's a victimless crime. They're French. They deserve it. I don't know. I'm talking out my ass. Don't read into it. Hey, devs, I like your game. I'm gonna finish your game before I finish Expedition 33 because I'm just delinquent on finishing that game in general. Let's get rid of the daughters that I don't want to keep around really quickly. Wait, no, keep them at the... Or... I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's flip upside down, or am I losing my mind? Probably losing my mind. Duce, you go away. I don't think I sacrificed anyone other than a shield bearer. Charity, you go bye-bye. Alright, we'll call that good for now. Hunt, challenging. Wait, what? Carapace Scav Plard. Claustrophobic. Sure, buddy. What do you think the best sacrifice for a Scythe Dancer would be? She natively gains a lot of armor, so maybe getting a health boost to increase the chances of her being able to capitalize on the armor increase is good. But she's also, like, capable of building her own armor, which indirectly reduces the amount of damage she takes. Well, I guess directly, but over time reduces the amount of damage she takes. So maybe the damage bonus would be better. I don't know.
We must prepare to pay any price.
I will be willing to pay $7.25 an hour because I'm an asshole.
We delve deep into the dark corners.
We delve deep to the dark corners.
Okay, what are we dealing with here? Scav's not going to be able to attack on their first turn. Let's just consolidate our team on one side of the aisle. Miracle, you are going to do something really funny to that one poor scavenger. I can move. How do I kill that scav? Can I kill that scav? I can't kill that scav. Die!
You can't stop progress. The cure will be found.
Can't stop progress. You want to bet? Let's see. It'd be a really bad idea to try to kill that plague guard right now. But that plague guard's not going to be able to do anything until after its first turn. So maybe I sidestep and kill the Carapist. Goodbye.
Exquisite.
I move here so I just force the Plard to use max movement.
Memories of another life. Guard them.
Doesn't
well.
even bother attacking True because his AI forces him to attack the strongest, I think. If I move 26, I can still do a lunge. Fuck that guy. Die. Please move into range of Miracle. You fool. You absolute buffoon. See you in the afterlife.
Right.
Never. We're just gonna leave. We're just gonna leave Miracle in the middle to flex on everyone. Lightning strike to kill this guy. Sidestep
Right.
to get more towards the center. Felicity. Move, I guess. Miracle, can you just kill this guy? Yes, you can. Just burst and get him.
You can't stop progress. The cure will be found.
Grand. I don't think we'll need to worry about putting memories onto our daughters until after
We draw ever closer to fulfilling our purpose.
the first... Stage? First stage. First era, excuse me.
Our daughters ache to battle the next nightmare.
Got some experience now, we should be able to move through the game a little bit easier. Rescue impossible. I am so very curious about what a rescue mission feels like if I use 4 daughters that are high level at the beginning. Maybe I can bring the Scythe Dancer in here, get her a little bit of experience, and maybe, potentially, with all of the extra, we'll call it chaff in the way, she can do something really funny, like, I don't know, become unkillable and then just laugh as she sits in the exit area, constantly not taking damage. Maybe that happens. Who knows? Either way, this gets us a level 10 Scythe Master, which maybe I just sacrifice to
I
her
must
after we get
prepare to
out.
Pay any price.
Because that one level 10 Scythe Master is a level 10, but also doesn't have any traits associated with them. Okay, Bright Soul does Bright Soul things. I think we're just gonna mow our way through here. I think our damage potential is insane. XCOM Enemy Unknown did your first real impossible mission after getting through the tutorial phase, and let's just say 10 out of 16 civvies died, and I lost one of my best soldiers. That's XCOM, baby! You have a 90% chance to hit. Miss. You have a 90% chance to hit. Miss. Fuck you. Or so I hear. I'm parroting what I've heard other people hear. Because I'm a bandwagoner. Okay, let's get our daughter staggered a little bit. These guys are going to try to attack next turn. Annoyingly... Are you able to move in front? You are. That's... I don't like it, but it could be worse. True, I think this is your actual first turn, which is embarrassing because you should have been able to move by now. Right. Candide, I forget how these dudes' attack behavior works, so I'm just going to move you up here behind the Bright Soul. Felicity, I would love for you to do damage to these guys, but I just don't see it happening, so I'm going to move you up here. More enemies are going to spawn. They are behind, and they are scavengers, which is funny, because that means I'm going to kill them. I can move here and take one shot on this guy. There's a chance he lives, but whatever. Die. Or don't. Apparently you get to live. Bright Soul, you do Bright Soul things. These guys move wherever they feel like moving. That's annoying. True. How does this... 45. I move up one. Sidestep here. Lightning strike. Kill this guy. Grand.
A bitter victory.
And then I move out of the way so that Candide, our resident scythe dancer, can move up behind this guy. Wait a minute. Stealing has a range of 3. Fascinating. How does that work? Wait. Is you? Does that actually have a range of 3? Yes, it does have a range of 3. So if I move here, I can take an attack. And backstab. And not steal any armor, because he doesn't have any. Felicity! You can't get in range, but you can get around. Scavs spawn, move up on Miracle. Miracle doesn't care because Miracle's a G. I don't think the Scavs can get in meaningful range of anybody, so... Or I could just move over here and then Wrathful Rain and then... No, that costs 35. I won't be able to get out if I do that. I think I'd maybe just take 2 shots and then leave.
Progress has its setbacks.
Okay, or I just don't kill that Scav. That's a little annoying.
The new shift has just arrived.
Plard is not going to move towards any of these guys. It's going to move towards Felicity. They're not going to be able to attack unless I move right next to them.
Another terror.
Oh, that's really fucking annoying, game. That's extremely fucking annoying, game. I'm really glad you did that. Really? 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 Putting 2 enemies directly next to the Bright Soul, both of whom have the capacity to insta-kill him. Excuse me, I just have to give the game a round of applause for that impeccable bullshit. Kill this guy.
No mercy.
Scav's gonna move, and he's gonna move towards the Lost Soul because... Or not? Why'd you move towards Candide? That's the strangest place for you to move. I mean, it makes more sense to just do the stealing, and then... If that misses... Yeah, okay.
How foolish my fears. Memories of another life. Guard them well.
Felicity genuinely can't do anything. I think I'm gonna have to use Miracle and Burst to save the Bright Soul's life.
Bleed them dry.
Spirit Haste has a range of 8. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And costs 30 AP. I think the only way that I save the fucking Bright Soul's life is by bursting. Hooray! That's annoying, but now the Bright Soul will live. Matter of fact, just get the Bright Soul the fuck out of here.
Has just arrived.
Leave. Now we fight for our lives. Lightning strike this guy, and then backstab the first Plard. Brand.
One less to plague the innocent. Memories of
Right.
another life. Guard them well.
Next up is Candide. Candide can move. I wish she could move here, but that's not going to happen. She can do the stealing on the Plard, I think is her best move. 14, 21, 28. Let's move up. 14, see if we are in range. No, we're not. We are going to need to move up 2 more to be in range of that guy, and that's going to bring us down to 72, which is enough that we'll be able to steal this dude's armor and deal damage. Fuck you. Oh no, that's shredding armor. Okay, whatever. Felicity, you're going to send out 2 slams and hopefully kill this guy. Or don't. That's annoying, but sure. This dude's armor shredded, so you can kill him, definitely.
A bitter victory.
Miracle's sort of in a rough spot, and is probably going to get targeted by everything in its mother, but that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess.
What new horrors must we face?
Alright, Scab moves up. Takes a bullshit attack on Candide, which is annoying, but okay. I would love to slash the Plitcher. Unfortunately, I can't take the risk that it dodges, so I'm going to need to sidestep Lightning Strike the Carabist.
Exquisite.
And then we can move forward a little bit. Candide. You can't steal armor from nobody, but I can mow. Ooh.
Progress has its
I love you so much. Just unabashed decency out of
Another
you.
life. Guard them well.
I hate that you can do that, but whatever. Move up 1, lunge. Get the kill, move up a little
One
bit.
less to plague the innocent.
Move up a little bit more. 2 new spawns, neither of them can get to Miracle, because Miracle is built like that. These are Plitchers, so they have dodge chance. I'm going to want them to be nowhere near me. Hypothetically. No, there's no smart way to do that. I'm just going to move up to be in the pack. Right. And everybody moves. Everybody gets a going. Oh, moving there is probably a bad idea. We're gonna do a little bit of a goofy thing. We're gonna burst to move out of the way. True, you want to not stand there. Call that good. Miracle, you move up next to Candide. That is fine. All of these guys move. He reinforces his armor, which I don't care about because I do a stupid amount of damage. Candide, you're the first one to get the move. I want to do the reaping once. Yeah, stealing 85 armor sounds fun. If I move here, that's the only time that I'm going to be able to use Deadly Dance to get that guy, but I'm going to burst in order to do it, which is annoying. If that's the case, I might as well be fun and then get, like, all the way behind him before doing it. Deadly Dance. True, I'm gonna do something weird. I'm gonna elect to not kill this guy. I don't think there's any way that I don't kill this guy, so I'm going to not attack him. Weirdly enough. I mean, I could lightning strike him to soften him up. And Candide might kill him. Yeah, sure, we'll do it this way. Steals armor. You can move. Neither of these guys are a threat currently. Candide steals more armor and more armor. $126, that's not bad. Move behind this guy, give him a lunge.
No mercy.
Now, hear me out. What if we just hang in the exit zones for a little bit? Is there a maximum number of enemy spawns for a rescue mission? Do the enemies stop spawning after the lost soul is rescued? No, they don't. That being the case, we're gonna have a little fun. We haven't had the opportunity to engage with the rescue mission mechanics all that much. So we're gonna let the game play itself for a little bit.
More of his doctors. Or should I say acolytes?
Okay, that's not particularly threatening. None of the enemies can get to us in this turn. True LOLs and kills this guy.
Progress has its setbacks.
Don't want that dude to be doing anything shitty, so we move back. Always staying in range in the off chance that bad things happen. Put 2 shots on him.
Shred them down.
And it looks like I can technically grind memories off of these
Another
guys.
life. Guard them well.
Do the stealing, get some juice off that guy. Can I use stealing twice in one turn? No, I can't. Good to know. Felicity, I don't think you can even hit that guy. True, you're just gonna use your turn to ha-ha him.
Whatever we can to prevent this torture.
Miracle can't do nothing, 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 nothing.
Memories of another life.
Nuh-uh.
Guard them well.
Miracle, no. Candide, nah. Felicity, nah. True, nah. Who's next?
Lead them dry.
A carapist. What is the point, exactly? We're gonna leave. The carapist will spawn, it'll move into range, True will kill him, then burst back into the exit area. Carapist, do the thing that I expect you to do, which was not that. Fuck you. Okay, lightning strike. I need to move 1, 2, 3 tiles over. So 1, 2, 3. Lightning strike. Sidestep.
Who is it?
In. Leave. Goodbye. Well, that was interesting. Anybody get any good traits? Got 4 memories, that's not bad.
Come what may, we will slow suffering's progress.
True got a trait. No one else got nothing. Got a respectable amount of XP. Yeah, buddy, I'm sorry. You are food.
Together, you are stronger.
Together, you are stronger. And now we do absolute overkill on the hard hunt. Get them. It is nice
Take away his tools of torture.
feeling my strategy improving in this game after all of the confusion, all of the weird shit that happened.
Here for their precious cure.
I have capacity to do and learn things.
Whatever we can
Like,
to
look at that.
prevent this
That
torture.
dude's done. His life is already over. Desire,
Memories
you're
of
just gonna
another
have to
life.
move up.
Guard them well.
Modesty, you can handle that one.
Flawless.
Get a little closer. The carapist will move in. They're not particularly threatening. Celeste, I handle him.
No mercy.
What's this guy? That's a Plitcher. He'll move for the first time. He won't be able to do anything, so we just set up. Goes for Modesty, confusingly. Hit him with a slam for fun.
Flawless.
Immediately kill him.
Memories of another life.
I don't know where
them
you're...
well.
Plard's gonna go for Desire, so Modesty, you sit there. Or not. That's confusing. Move down 1. Sidestep behind Plard. Backstab.
Flawless.
1 enemy remaining.
The veil grows weaker,
You are so fucked.
stronger.
Looks like Modesty's gonna be the one that gets the kill. Look at that, he used all of his movement to run away. What a fool.
Flawless.
Good, any neat rewards?
We draw ever closer to
Not really.
fulfilling our purpose.
just stacking more memories. And the ones we get in first area are kind of mid, but that's fine. Daredevil, get a stack for each adjacent enemy, 20 damage. That is a good thing for you to have, True, and I'm glad that you have it. Now, in regards to our Soul Slingers, do I have any... Nah, we're still not going to do anything with that. We're going to wait until Era 2 before we really start getting into putting memories onto daughters.
Ache to battle the next nightmare.
Synapse, Hunt, Impossible, sure. That's what you think. Carapace, Scav. Take our B team in once again. I'm actually going to take Candide in instead, in the hopes that I can get her to have the AP bonus, because I'm guessing it's completing the mission without dying. That's the requirement. Or not dying, taking damage. Obviously, if you die during the mission, then you just don't get shit.
Joy will walk these streets again.
Will they, though? Oh, this is a tough one. Scythe Dancer, you can move, I think, right there, and then still hit with the stealing. Yes.
Progress has its
And a kill.
setbacks.
Incredible. Miracle, what do we got going on? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I forgot that hunters were a thing that I needed to be conscious of. No, it's fine. We'll use... Candide's gonna... Oh, no, everyone's gonna be able to move... this is gonna be awkward. We're gonna be able to pull it off, but it's gonna be awkward. Scav and Hunter both are gonna move. I'm going to be able to shoot with Miracle. I don't know whether or not that Scav is going to be a problem. Ew. The Hunter is going to need to die post-haste. Let's see, Lightning Strike, I am one short, so I can move up one. Lightning Strike to kill the Scav.
Flawless.
The Hunter is going to move to True, and then True will be able to double slash. Candide, weirdly, I think I'm going to have you engaging in, like, area cleanup. Maybe. No, I think I have you group up to ensure that the Hunter is super dead. Okay, Miracle, 2 shots on. Yeah, there's no way I make that better. We'll move over this direction a little bit so that we're in range of the Plutcher when he moves. True, I'm going to have to ask you to beat this guy and then sidestep over to these guys to be able to take them out next turn.
Memories of another life. Guard them well.
Candide, you are dedicating your life to covering for Miracle at the moment. Miracle is going to be able to handle at least one of these Plague Butchers. That Plard is going to be an issue. Okay, Miracle, You gotta not make mistakes like that. That is so very annoying. He doesn't get to move until after your next turn, so we're just going to leave that there. I'm going to be upset at you, but we're going to leave that there. I am actually extremely glad that you moved like that.
I revel in her strength.
All right. Nice.
Whatever we can to prevent this torture.
Candide, I think you can finish off this guy. Good.
Shatter them.
And he's not going to be able to move for a good long while. Massive shot is not going to happen until after Miracle's turn.
The new shift has
What do we got going on?
arrived.
Locked her down at the bottom. Plutcher. Nothing particularly threatening. You're gone.
You can't stop progress. The cure will be found.
That's all we have for the moment. True. I think you're going to have to sidestep Lightning Strike. I would have you move back, but what's the point? Indeed. You don't do enough damage to just kill him, so you're going to have to use Mo, which is fine, because Mo will kill him.
Striking.
These guys spawn and move, but they can't get close enough. You'll be able to hit Candide next turn. You'll be able to hit both of them. I think... we just take max movement and put shots on both of them.
One less to
Maybe
play
he doesn't die,
against.
but he gets softened up. Or he dies, because Miracle is amazing. Alright. No damage. Do we get the AP bonus? Blade Master should get at least one
We
trait.
draw ever closer.
Or Scythe Dancer should get at least one trait, and didn't. That's annoying,
Though the
but
danger passes, we must prepare for the
could
next.
be worse.
Though the danger passes, we must prepare for the next.
All damage increased by 20%, Vitae gains increased by 50%. That is potentially really bad considering the boss. I'll take that under advisement. Available synapses, we got a rescue, and we've got survival. Rescue being challenging is not that big of a deal. Who do we take into the rescue mission? We want to take someone with movement and damage. Maybe we take... well, no. Let's... hold on. Hold on. What are the threats? Blockter, Plard, Plutcher, the trifecta of plul shit. Damage increased by 20%, Vitae gains increased by 50%. Plutcher's the big fuck off. Plard isn't that threatening. I really want to take Scythe Dancer in, but I don't think that's the right choice. I don't think I want to take Shield Bearer in either. But I need to take somebody in, and honestly, I think Candide is on the chopping block. Alright. You three. We'll see what happens. There's always a chance that this goes catastrophically wrong.
Yet another memory.
Sure.
The plague had to be contained. There was no choice.
Okay, so let's see what we got going on. This dude's not going to be able to attack his first turn. This dude's not threatening. That dude's not threatening. Bright Soul, you go right there. How much damage does he do? I expected you to do more damage. Maybe it's the blocker that does a shit ton of damage. Or maybe their damage just increases on later eras. Their damage definitely increases in later eras. I don't know what I'm talking about. Move up.
More of his doctors. Or should I say acolytes?
You can't attack. Miracle, you can get closer and shoot to clear him out. Nice.
Flawless.
Lost Soul, I would love for you to move forward. True, your initiative offset really, really sucks. This blocker hasn't moved yet, so I can move the Bright Soul up and not really worried about it. I think. We'll see if I'm incorrect. Yeah, we're fine. We're gonna need max movement out of True, so we're just going to sidestep and move up. Two things spawn at the very back and don't threaten all that much. Now we have a whole bunch of turns to do grand things. I can move up to and get into stealing range. I don't think I can move up 2 more to get into mowing range. I cannot. So we're going to do stealing. Take his armor. Miracle, I think I'm going to have to do something weird. Let's see. Bright Soul goes next. True can kill the Plague Doctor. This dude's going to prep a massive shot afterward. Both of these guys are going to be able to get closer in range. You won't be able to touch the Bright Soul. You can touch the Bright Soul. Okay. Thinking about this logically. Priority is to kill the Plague Doctor. $31 AP. This is as far as I can move. Plague Doctor dies.
Progress has its setbacks.
Lost Soul, I would love for you to be able to move, but I don't think you can. Well, maybe you can move there. No, you can't. You would take damage. You're just gonna have to move sideways a little bit. This is weirdly not an obstacle. Okay, sure. That does line you up to be able to run most of the way towards the exit. True, you're gonna sidestep. Lightning strike the Plard. Good.
Shred them down.
And stay where you are. Candide, you're gonna move up to catch somebody. Let's try to leave Candide to clean up the Carapist. Or Carapist is an asshole and does that. Miracle moves there. Both of these guys move. They do their bullshit. Lost Soul runs right through the middle. Candide gets to kill both of these things with Mo.
Bleed them dry.
That Plitcher can't do anything. True, I would love for you to be able to kill the Carapist. I think you can. Like, you move one. Go over here. Then you can Lightning Strike. Grand.
I revel in her strength.
Candide. You mow here. Fantastic.
One less to plague the innocent.
That's the only dude up there. We're gonna have a big old spawning situation happening
Memories
shortly
of
after
another
this.
life. Guard them well.
Let's stagger our people just a little bit. Okay, you're not a threat. True's gonna be able to clean you up.
The new shift has just arrived.
We'll keep the Lost Soul.
What new horrors must we face?
I was gonna say we keep the Lost Soul on the board to draw aggro, but those things being right there is a giant pain in the ass, so the Bright Soul just gets to leave. Goodbye. True. You do true things.
Shred them down.
That hunter is scary. It's gonna take movement. I want to leave True where True is so that... Actually, I want to back up one so that everyone else is closer to True to be able to do damage. Candide, you take max movement. More bullshit spawns.
The poor ones'
This dude pops
suffering
out.
never end.
You die.
No mercy.
We'll move you up next to True just because we can. Hunter spawns. Oh dear, that's a different
What
hunter.
suffering has sown. More of his doctors, or should I say acolytes?
I think we just need to leave.
Another terror to haunt us.
Realistically, yes, we just leave. Get out of here. Much as I vibe with the idea of doing something goofy, we just need to leave. I think... Well... Maybe we get a hunter kill on the way out. I can deal damage. A lot of damage. And then I can run. Then I can leave. Both of those things spawn at the bottom. Miracle's turn. You need 55 AP to get out. You can kill this guy.
I revel
And now
in
we
her
leave.
strength.
That was a little scary. I didn't realize there was a second hunter.
Guard them well.
But only a little scary. Please let the Scythe Dancer get a trait.
Come what may.
Does the
we
Scythe
will
Dancer
slow-
just not get traits? That's 3 missions that that Scythe Dancer has been on now that they haven't gotten traits from. That's another sacrifice in the bank.
Together, you are stronger.
That being said, with how many missions this Scythe Dancer has gone on, that they haven't picked up any traits from, maybe I just bring the level 10 back. They have the same skill set, I think.
Remember their courage.
No, they have Dance of Binding instead of Deadly Dance. Why did I take Deadly Dance? Wait, no, hold on. Yeah, Dance of Binding was the one that does the interrupt. Why did I take Deadly Dance? That was such a strange decision on my part. Whatever. What trait did you get? More damage against nightmare creatures. It's okay. Oh, let's think. Well, let's not think. Let's go into the survival area and then clean up, and then we can think later. Felicity, you are the newbie and you need traits, so you get to go in, and then we take the people who actually do damage in alongside.
Take away his tools of torture.
What if I didn't? What if I gave him back his tools of torture?
They've come for us.
Okay. We just need to live.
Joy will walk
Now
these
that we
streets
know
again.
that the enemies can only move during their first turn. Felicity, I'm going to move you right here. You're going to catch the Plague Guard and kill him. I believe in you. Celeste. I would say to go get that Butcher, but I'm honestly a little bit scared that you'll die. But I can do this to Lightning Strike and then sidestep back.
Shatter them.
Got some nice memories out of that.
Memories of another life. Guard them well.
Modesty, I think you can just kill this Carabist.
Progress has its setbacks.
This is a good first turn. Where does... Also, did the countdown get longer? Am I losing my mind? Alright, Felicity. 2 lunges on this guy. Or a lunge and a slam. Just because.
Exquisite.
Celeste. You get to do gangster
Memories of
things.
Another life. Guard them well.
And then we have nothing to do until the next wave of enemy spawns.
The new shift has just arrived.
Okay. Scav. And another Scav. Modesty will be able to clean that up whenever it spawns. Felicity, I'm just going to move... I'm actually not going to move you. I'm going to leave you right there.
What new horrors must we face?
Lard spawning in at the bottom, that's not scary. Lightning Strike the Scav.
Progress has its setbacks.
Sidestep back. Modesty, you can afford to take 2 shots even if you miss.
Progress has
But you
its
didn't, because you're built like that.
setbacks.
This Plard is going to be spawning down there, so I can just move Modesty into range. Same with Felicity. Bro spawns in and moves. Can I get in range to hit that guy? Probably. Definitely yes. Get in range, Lightning Strike. Immediate kill,
Impressive.
because Celeste is a fucking monster. We break up a little bit. Don't move. We see what shit spawns.
Will the poor one's suffering never end?
We do nothing. On Modesty's turn, we use Spirit Haste to bring Celeste in so that she can move before whatever spawns. Unfortunately, Modesty gets to suffer the I can't speak. Indignity of being stuck down there. Felicity, you're just going to take your max movement. Celeste, same. Both of those goobers are going to spawn. Butcher's going to go after Modesty, or not, question mark.
Bleed them dry.
Holy shit, that's a lot of bulls.
More of his
Bulls?
business.
Bullshit is what I
Should
meant to say.
Acolytes?
We need people to get in range to be able to do things next turn. I take max movement. That dude's not going to be able to get to me. None of the things up here are going to be able to attack. Celeste and Felicity are going to be able to cover. I think that's my only play, to not take any damage with Modesty. How far can I move with Wrathful Rain? Up to there. What if I move normally? 37. Sure, we'll pop a Wrathful Rain to move a fraction of an inch closer. Felicity, you go there. Celeste, you go there. Everything in its fucking mother spawns. Oh, what a fool thing to do. What a terrible place to put yourself. That is bad.
Will reap what suffering
But
has
goes
sown.
after Modesty, so we should be fine. Right. I almost don't want to use Felicity to attack either of these guys, to just let Celeste have the satisfaction of doing what Celeste is going to do. But at the same time, I kind of want Felicity to unlock abilities, so hello, lunge, thank you. I'm going to
One
let you
less
take
to
both
pay
of those
for
hits. I hope you get an upgrade from that, and you get to leave.
Memories of another life. Guard them well.
Nothing's going to be able to get to Modesty before Modesty's turn, so Celeste, you also get to leave. There we go. A nice, clean survival mission. Where we get any amount of traits on our shield bearer, please. Fuck. And I cannot stress this enough. You.
Though the danger passes, we must prepare for the next.
Sure, buddy. Sure. When did I get a codex update? Oh, with the new event. Got it. Well, that's 8 p.m. That's stream ended for the day. Thank you all for watching. Stream is not going to happen on Friday. I will be traveling. I said that at the start of stream, but I'll say it again. Now, Friday stream will not happen. Next stream is going to be Monday, and then by that time, I may or may not have decided whether or not I'm going to stream every weekday that week. I think it would sort of make sense in the sense that I've missed 3 streams, so maybe streaming 2 more times in order to make up for it makes sense. I think that does make sense. I'm probably going to do that. Yeah, it'll be grand. Thank y'all for watching. VOD watchers, same to you. Have a good evening. See you on Monday the 13th. Good night.